Wagwan masses. Today we have a big topic, as you can see by everything we are going. We are talking about the Reggae Boyz and specifically JFF and everything that's really going on from last year or even slightly before that with Bailey and how the state of things is going now into the Gold Cup and later the World Cup qualification. I have a lot of things to cover. I'll break it up in a little bit of parts. But, without further ado, let's just get right into it. All right, so if you have been keeping up with the football thing, especially with JFF and the Reggae Boyz, it's been a little quiet with COVID and everything. But late last year, we had a friendly with Saudi Arabia. 2 matches over there. And a couple months after that, in the holiday period, there was a leaked phone conversation between Damian Lowe and the heads of JFF. Kind of treat Lowe like him some little boy, don't have a head on him shoulders like him never go college and educated. But it was a insight as to what is going on within JFF in terms of payments. Lowe had some information that the Saudis had paid, I think $1 million per match or $1 million for both friendlies or something like so, $1 million US, euros, whatever. It's not Jamaican currency them was using. And JFF wanted to play the players, I think it was $1,000 or $2,000 per player for go all the way over there for the matches. That doesn't sound too right to me, but that was the nature of the conversation. Lowe was asking, as the head of the players union, for some transparency. What really are going on with the money? It's just some explanation, and and get through to the side like, little boy, I talked to him, father, you think this is a patty shop? That is a quote from the head of the JFF. It didn't go over too well. The JFF situation, though, does come back and bring to mind Mr. Bailey Butler, Mr. Butler, Bailey's stepfather. And I remember at the time he had pretty much tried to hold the Reggae Boyz for ransom, saying if we wanted Bailey to play, he had to get onto the board and we had to include his son Kyle. At the time, because I didn't have all the information, I was looking at it like, who you think you is, it really can't work that way. But if he had come mainly maybe from a knowledge standpoint, hey, I have the knowledge of how the English game and the European major game is going, and I see what the players need to perform at the highest level because I am managing and my son is playing at a team that is either at Champions League level or playing Europa League, a much higher level than anybody else right now in the Caribbean. So, I need to be on that board. Maybe there would be some more support. Either way, though, JFF, them hold their cards and Bailey joined the team. And again, they had the friendlies with Saudi Arabia. You had a couple players that came in and the conversation happened. Now the aftermath. When the conversation came out, there was a big, blow up because of how especially the head of JFF was talking to the players them and how secretive and demonstrative he was towards just a sharing of knowledge, some transparency. Players like Fuller, I remember Shaka Hislop, and a lot of them were saying, that's really why they don't really like dealing with the Caribbean sporting organizations, and because that's how they act. It's an old school mentality. Me a big man, me a little youth, me a give you an opportunity for play. How dare you question or ask for more or want more knowledge? That's just how it was. So there was complaints saying, this is always has been. It needs to change. And a lot of those were getting supports, talks of maybe having Shaka was saying, he had said, Trinidad had gone through the same thing and they were eventually able to fight and get a CBA done. There were some rumors of, maybe some way, somehow to get a CBA going. The main thing though is that JFF was coming from the angle that we give uno little baller coming from the JPL and so forth, schoolball boy, we are giving an opportunity for play for Jamaica. So you can't ask for no money. You not make no money playing in Jamaica or whatever. You're supposed to just be proud. I guess play for free for come to Jamaica. And that kind of mentality makes it understandable why I always thought it was the standard of our facilities or something like that. I know it wasn't payment, but I guess I was a little more naive. I didn't think it was JFF kind of just hiding money, you know. But it kind of makes it understandable now why a lot of these English baseballers and players that we call for never want to really come towards Jamaica. But certain things change. The immediate result of that now, after all the talking and the backlash and everything, is quiet. Quiet. Again, with COVID and everything, a lot of international ball kind of shut down. So the focus wasn't there, you know. When I watch Premier League, leagues them are going, you know, the focus wasn't really on what the Reggae Boyz and JFF were doing. So the whole situation kind of quieted down. And JFF continued doing what they always were doing, trying to recruit, trying to bring players in. And they profited from the Bailey effect. Bailey's having the best season he's ever had. Rumors have started up again with him joining some of the top teams across Europe. And with his performances, we started getting more and more players that were committing to play for the Reggae Boyz. Some that we've been asking for years to come and play. Now all of a sudden, they must say, oh yeah, you know, my auntie did and my granduncle and this, that, and the third was Jamaican. And all of a sudden now everybody wants to play because they want to play with Bailey. Recently, last week, to be sure, the first week of March, whenever you're seeing this, there was a list of about 10 players that are being approached and saying they're working on their passports to come and play and switch their allegiances to the Reggae Boyz. That includes Damari Gray and Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio being the major one because he's the star striker for West Ham at the moment, who look like they're in the fight to go make the Champions League. Him up front with, you know, Kemar Roof, Bobby Reed, Shamar Nicholson. We really know we're stacked at the striker position, and with Bailey feeding them, you know, with whoever else you can want to put behind them, we're looking easily the third strongest team right now in CONCACAF, and we should make the World Cup. It looks really good. It looks like a big victory for JFF, and that kind of screwed up anything that the players unit had, any kind of advantage they had, for a number of reasons. So unlike the league that happened last year, this one, the JFF themselves report, they published the list, and the head of JFF, he was talking all proud and, you know, yes, you know, look at the players that we're bringing. And that is a chess move that you can call it. That's check. Game done, at least for the foreseeable future. They are immediately profiting off the Bailey effect. Now, again, going back to Mr. Butler, when he was saying that he was trying to get into JFF, if he had come on the angle and preemptively said, I know that my son, being at the level he is, will attract a whole bunch of players for make them way to come play for Jamaica, he would have had a lot more support within Jamaica and abroad, and he would have had a better chance for going on the board now. But because JFF, they didn't even mention Bailey in the clip that I heard, but because JFF can now say, well, look, we did this, their position is now secure, and all of that talk from before about complainants and all of that dead. They can easily switch and said, any monies that you think was missing were going towards our recruiting process, and we don't want too much complaints or anything around the squad at the moment. The focus, which is always the focus, will be on qualifying for the World Cup. So again, chess move by the JFF. Well done. The JFF, with the fact that they selected are able to now bring these players in, can use them politics and easily say, well, you, Mr. Lowe, and you over there, and you not complain a little bit too much. So we can drag this one youth who are playing at the second division at England in a year position, and all the players that were complaining within the squad, all of a sudden you're not getting selected. And the main goal of the Reggae Boyz is to make it to World Cup. That will raise the profile of the individual player and the country, JFF, Reggae Boyz as a whole. So, as I said, it's a chess move, and the players look really dead at the moment. My solution would be for low on the players them, just quiet for the first year before. Just focus, play your game, smile when you want to punch somebody in the face, whatever you need to do. Band together, make the World Cup, have a decent performance in the Gold Cup. Bring together all these new pieces to see how well you can perform. If you can make a final, if you can win it, great. But your main focus is to make the World Cup. With that now, after the World Cup, my solution is as soon as the plane drop, we know that as these British ballers, as Robbie Earl show, only one player because it's a World Cup. So we know for a fact, and because of how JFF operate, most of these British or foreign-based players, as soon as World Cup done, a bunch of them all of a sudden, I can't make it to play versus Antigua, and I can't play in the Caribbean Cup, and call me when a Gold Cup final, and I don't want to qualifying, and all of that's gonna happen. So it's gonna switch right back to the domestic-based players, or whichever players have risen their stock during the World Cup. So as I said, you want to make sure right after World Cup, player-wide, all on them, quit, stop, full stop, lawyer up. The main reason why the JFF can't act like how them act is because them things say is back in the deal with like Black Pearl and them man there, some ghetto youth who not play with. No, man, them a travel, man, them a see the world. Social media has different effects other than if you just say, a stunt and them something there. Man, them a get the knowledge. So, we need for lawyer up and draw a hard line CBA. Why? Is that the perfect time? Because right after World Cup, the amount of offers that we get for friendlies. Oh, we want to see the Reggae Boyz and them dancing and the black, green and gold and the yellow jersey, and them want to see it. So we get more opportunities to play friendlies. More friendlies mean more money. More money means we're not going to get paid more. But you need the bigger picture. You need to draw the hard line, because guess what? Getting paid more, let's say instead of the million I only get from Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, now I give 3 million for the same match. JFF can come to me and say, I know I did offer 1,000, but you know what? For Uno, each of Uno go get 10,000. Everybody know what I play for Jamaica. I look on it like 10,000. Oh my God, this, that, and the third. But again, that's a small fraction of what you should be getting paid for something like that. And you look, while the money big, it nice, but in the long term, everything get forgotten. It goes back right, we get back right into that same cycle. Right after 98, Jamaica didn't do nothing for about 10 years. The wasteland we in cannot work like that. Draw the hard line when the money that if you make, because if the player's not playing, JFF can't make the money either. Lastly, I want to make a plea to all the former players them. They need a way to get more involved in what is going on with the players them. Have, especially man like Fuller, Ian Goodison, Burton, Paul Hart, all of the players we know. I don't know what to do. No living a life, no dead with no families and everything. Much respect. But we don't need the complaints when something come out and I say, yeah man, from long time I know this, that and the third. No. We need to involve, we need to help some of them money. We're still there Jamaica and not make no money yet. We need that camaraderie in order to make sure so that we can build a foundation so that Jamaica can make multiple World Cups and build up the football thing to be one of our best exports. Everybody a yard love football. It's crazy if you know say right now because we're not consistently ranked within the top 50. No Jamaican baller can't transfer into England, especially with them Brexit thing right now. A part of that is for the organization, and we need all of them to come with the knowledge and help out this group among them for make the World Cup and beyond that. But that is all I have, make sure I did my research. If I miss anything, please just drop it in the comment section below. Please like, subscribe, and share. Let me hear your thoughts. Is there anything else I miss? Thanks again. This is One Name Sports.